This episode of Simon Says is brought to you by Tuesha.co.ke. True protesters know their rights. That's your left hand. What? Yeah, your left hand and you're saying rights, yeah, and using the left, yeah. Never mind. Hi, all doing? Welcome to this edition of Simon Says. So, Sonu. That sounds like the rip-off version of Sony. It's actually the student organization of Nairobi University. Well, they had elections, aka those things where us poor people select rich people to actually rule over us. So, right after elections, that's when the real party began. The students came out in great numbers, and in those great numbers, they performed their great old African tradition of protesting elections. Because acceptance is for the kid who was not breastfed because this was his mom's chest. An African who accepts election results is taboo. If elections were a black person, we Africans would never accept it in our society. Cause we Africans are racist against elections. Now with every African election protest, there always has to be destruction. Choma! Bunja! Because not only are we protesting the elections, we're also protesting that the fact that we actually have time to actually go to these protests. Hashtag life of the unemployed. And the police are more than happy to punish you like a runaway slave. Just look what happened to these students. That's the kind of beating that castrates a man's voice. He goes from to now that's voice sex change. But as students who are pursuing higher education, you would think they don't have a mature way of handling protests, especially because back at home their mamas are like, mtoto wangu ako university. Education. So in the spirit of making our parents' school fees valid, here are some ways to bring in a new age mindset into protest. First, if people are rigging and raping away your rights to pick the person that actually bought you drinks, you should stand up and protest because your liver has a right to be destroyed. It's in the Constitution. Yep, it's there. Now while protesting, people usually chant one phrase over and over again so that their message can actually stick and be heard. But after a couple times, that message can actually get pretty boring. Haki yetu, haya, haki yetu, okay!
A few moments later.
Haki yetu, and yako. Now to keep the momentum going, why don't you get one of the million DJs in Kenya to actually come and play at your protest? One, people will actually be entertained, so that means even bystanders will actually want to join in. This will keep the excitement on a turn-up level. Turn up! Now politicians, well, they usually like hiring goons or rowdy youth to do all the dirty work for them. In a new age protest, that kind of mindset should be thrown away, like a girl with stained underwear and a smelly weave. Oh yeah, you should dump her. So what you should do is actually hire some twerkaholics. There's so many out there. It's because of these twerkers that the butt crack is no longer considered a private part. So when you do get your twerkaholics, tell them to literally dance their ass off to the music that your DJ is playing. This is destined to get attention and actually turn heads to the message that you're actually trying to fight for. So if it's AIDS, you can actually get these twerkaholics to actually wear shorts with the word AIDS written on their butts. Yeah, they look like they have AIDS in their butt, but hey, you get your message across. And that's all from this edition of Simon Says. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, if you want to go out there and protest an injustice done to you by someone who you feel should be raped through all their bodily openings, make sure you do it in a way that your point is heard, understood, and is respected. Simon Says, out. Thanks for watching that episode of Simon Says. To subscribe, you can go over here. To watch more videos, go over here. So Simon Says, subscribe. Watch more videos. Protest!